urged Western nations to lift sanctions on Zimbabwe, saying that the punitive restrictions are taking a toll on the economy of the South African state. The president was speaking at State House during a joint press briefing with visiting Zimbabwe President Emmerson Mnangagwa, where the two leaders led their respective delegations for bilateral talks. Now, Kenya-Zimbabwe ties, President Uhuru Kenyatta, of course, was in that particular section. Let's take a look at this story.
A 21-gun salute to visiting Zimbabwe's President Emmerson Mnangagwa marked the beginning of his three-day state visit in Kenya that was followed by bilateral talks at State House, Nairobi. During a joint presidential briefing, President Uhuru Kenyatta highlighted the need for the international community to lift economic sanctions against the South African country.
Of understanding that have been signed, which will go a long way towards deepening our diplomatic, economic, and people-to-people cooperation and enable us to work together.
The sanctions imposed in 2003 during the late President Robert Mugabe's reign for human rights abuses have left Zimbabwe's economy in distress.
I thank Kenya for this support and solidarity for Zimbabwe in the call for the unconditional removal of unilateral sanctions that were imposed on Zimbabwe by some Western countries.
The Zimbabwe head of state thanked the Kenyan government for embracing the Shona tribe as part of the Kenyan communities, what he describes as a symbol of unity among the two states.
Both Zimbabwe and Kenya are committed to enhance cooperation towards mitigating the adverse effects of climate change and other environmental issues. My visit to the Republic of Kenya comes just after the conclusion of the third session of the Joint Permanent Commission on cooperation between our two countries.
The two presidents have emphasized the need for trade barriers to be lessened in order for the two countries and the rest of Africa to work collaboratively and realize economic development, especially after the effects of COVID-19.
To strengthen our trade, because we did agree that despite our closeness as nations, our trade is not at the levels that it should be.
The two heads made a commitment to unite the countries by signing 7 MOUs on political and diplomatic consultations, tourism and wildlife conservation, and civil aircraft accidents and serious incidents investigations.
Of understanding that have been signed, which will go a long way towards deepening our diplomatic, economic, and people-to-people cooperation and enable us to work together to address critical issues.
President Mnangagwa assumed office in November 2017 after the late Robert Mugabe was forcefully forced to resign. Nancy Nalima, Look Up TV.